see that Chuck is trying to get on here.
Yeah. Hi.
Is Rick going to be on, Mayor?
I thought he was supposed to.
Okay.
And Darren as well, right? Darren was supposed to join.
I would sure think so. I hope so. Yes.
And
Hi, Jane.
Hi,
I'm
Jane.
getting up here. Good job. All right, Chuck.
They can see you.
here comes Rick and Darren.
Oh, perfect.
But they can see you.
Okay. Everybody who is in, let's see, I'll start the recording here.
Hey, Rick.
No! Okay, we've got the recording going. Everybody who is in the waiting room has been admitted, and if somebody else comes up throughout the time, we'll add them in as soon as I see it pop up. There is the chat feature at the bottom if anybody needs anything, and with that, Chuck, we'll turn it over to you for the meeting.
Very good. It's Tuesday, May the 19th, 2020, 6 p.m., regular meeting of the Greensburg Water Board. Call to order. Have a roll call.
Chuck Story,
Yes.
Tony Higginbotham,
Here.
Frank Massey,
Here.
Ryan Maddox,
Here.
Robin Meyer.
Here.
Very good. April's minutes, April 21st minutes were distributed in your packet. Is there any objections or corrections to the minutes as distributed?
No, sir.
Not, they'll be taken into order. New business, HNTB, Darren.
Oh, I sent everybody kind of what we normally go through as far as project update. I don't know if everybody was able to get that, but I can run through some of the highlights of that. Basically, let's see if I can pull that up here. There we go. We're pay app 9, which gets us through end of April. The total project cost to date is $9,419,880. That represents about 47% of the project cost to date. As of last Friday, we're 321 days from notice to proceed, so just under a year. There's still 619 days remaining. Puts us to final completion. That's roughly 34% of the timeline's been used up. So, working last month has concentrated a lot on the new clarifiers, getting them out of the ground, so to speak. Both the foundations have been poured. The slab on clarifier number 2 has been placed, and they've placed one of the wall sections of there. I think there'll be about 5 wall sections total. So, and they'll work clarifier number 1 will kind of follow in behind that. Brickwork has begun at the pump and electrical building, along with there's also started on a water treatment plant building itself as well. They come on their highlights. They have started setting the piping in the filter gallery. Some of that big piping's being hung right now. They've also started working on setting some filter under drains in a couple of the buildings as well, or the filters as well. A lot of rough-ins still continue in the treatment plant building. The roof has been started to be installed over the chemical feed rooms. That's kind of a hit and miss thing with the weather lately. They need about 5 consecutive days of dry weather. And as you know, we have not seen anywhere close to 5 consecutive days of dry weather. So they've been trying to get that. That's a lot slower than they would like to be doing at this point, but we have to work with the weather, so to speak. And the next 10 days don't look real good either. VFDs for the pump controls have been, they've been hung on the wall and started working on installing those. The motors to the pumps have been set in the last month. And they've started setting like the coping on top of the brick and pump electrical building. Let's see what else here I have. They've backfilled around the clear well. A lot of the work in the clear well is almost about 90 plus 5% complete. A couple things remain. There's some caulking they got to do on the interior, some cleanup on the interior, a few little patches of the concrete they got to do. But for the most part, that structure's pretty complete at this point. That's the completest structure we have. So, in the next month, they're going to continue to focus in probably on the treatment plant, as well as bringing those clarifiers up. I think the clarifier equipment's scheduled to arrive sometime in late June, early July. So we'll see a lot of that moving forward. Any questions?
You show that there's 40% of the project construction cost is used up and only 34% of the time. Is that looking pretty good on schedule?
Yeah, you can interpret that. I wonder if anybody would catch that. Yes, yeah, that would show that they are ahead of schedule. So a little bit. Yeah, I would say they're still shooting. You know, original schedule has them finishing up sometime about March of next year to start transferring over the new plant. I think they're going to try March, April. Actually, I think they're trying to shoot for something more like toward the end of the year. But you know, with constructions, everybody knows it's good one month, the next month it's bad. Like I said, the next 10 days, I think there's a chance of rain over 40 or over 30% every day. So. Like this week has not been real productive. They were supposed to be scheduling pours every other day, and they've had one pour this week, or they canceled it, so they haven't had a pour this week. So, you know, we'll see. We need to get through this so-called late rainy spring season and see how things go. But yeah, I'd still say they are still a little ahead of schedule. I don't think they're counting it that they're going to finish ahead of schedule at this point, but things do look good from that standpoint. Other questions?
Sounds good, Darren.
Donna, are you going to bring up the change order?
You can,
Oh,
if
okay.
you want to. Otherwise, I can. Totally doesn't matter.
Okay, we do have a change order in front of you for approval. I'm trying to pull it up right now. This is our first change order for the project. I think there's 9 items on it. It is a negative change order for negative $59,838. The bulk of that is due to 3 items. One of them being we had some duplicate waterproofing. We had waterproofing of the concrete, and we also called for some waterproofing exterior. So we eliminate the exterior, and that was a $21,000 savings. We changed the pump control valves on the backwash valves to a cheaper valve. That was a $26,000 savings. And then the big one is that there was we showed on the drawings an existing 14-inch water main that needed to be relocated. When they field verified the location, it was not in the way, so we did not have to relocate it. So that was a savings of roughly almost $42,000. So then there was a couple other ones that were adds. We have some pump platform cover. There were some control stations with the chemical or the transfer pumps. There were some upgrades to the distribution electrical for $4,000. A couple of existing storm inlets we had to relocate or move. Some additional circuit breakers and some air piping expansion joints were added. So again, there was 9 items. But the overall effect was a negative $59,838. So we're looking to get that approved tonight from the board, so that some of those things can be added to the contractor. Any questions on that?
No, sir.
We will have to go, once we get your approval on that, we'll also have to submit it to SRF for approval. I don't anticipate anything because it's a negative that they won't approve something like that, but you never know. But I don't think there'll be issues. That's the reason why if you look at it, the document's 334 pages. We have to provide a lot of documentation to support the changes for SRF.
You need a motion to approve that then, Darren?
Yes, please.
I'll make a motion, we approve the change order number 1, amount of $59,838. So a second.
Second.
Motion's been made and second, have a roll call vote.
Chuck,
Yes.
Tony,
Yes.
Frank,
Yes.
Ryan,
Yes.
and Robin.
Yes.
Darren, you'll send that in, right, Darren?
We can. How do you want to do that? I sent that electronically. You want me to get you hard copies of that?
No, they'll take it electronically, but I don't know if I'll be able to send it from server or not here.
Oh, I tell you what. We have it. So there needs to be somehow we need to get that front page, the signature page signed. Somehow we have to do that.
The electronic copy, like everybody signed April 3rd, we just didn't bring it before the board in April.
Oh, you did sign that. Okay.
Yeah, so
Okay.
it should be good to go.
Oh, so we're good to go. I didn't
Yep.
realize that. So with that approval, that's all I need. We'll get it submitted then.
Perfect, thank you.
Well, Darren, you said there was 334 pages for a negative change order?
Yeah, imagine when it's a positive, what it's going to be.
Oh, my.
It'll be about the same. It's just all the documentation, so back and forth with the contractor, all that has to be included, and then we have to include some of the specification links that we're linking to the change and why the change was made. It just kind of adds up usually.
Yep.
It wasn't a big issue until you tried trying to send those size files electronically. Most people don't like to see it. It's hard to send them that big.
Yep.
Very good. I guess, is there any more questions for Darren?
No, sir.
Nope.
I guess that's all we've got on the new business, huh? Rick, you got anything?
I do not have anything.
Chuck, can you go ahead and bring up each SRF claim and have them approve each one? I think we have to do them by roll call vote, each one separately.
Okay.
That'll serve as an electronic signature.
We'll vote on claim number 31, HNTB, for $35,690 for construction engineering.
I move we approve.
Have a second?
I'll second.
Motion's been made and second. Have a roll call vote.
Yay. Chuck,
Yes.
Tony,
Yes.
Frank,
Yes.
Ryan,
Yes.
and Robin.
Aye.
Thank you.
Claim number 32 would be with HNTB also for the amount of $17,390 for resident rep services.
I make a motion to accept claim number 32.
I'll second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Roll call vote.
Chuck,
Yes.
Tony,
Yes.
Frank,
Yes.
Ryan,
Yes.
and Robin.
Aye.
Then the big one is claim number 33 with F.A. Wilhelm in the amount of $1,253,823.
So moved.
I'll second it.
Motion's been made and seconded to have a roll call.
Chuck,
Yes.
Tony,
Yes.
Frank,
Yes.
Ryan,
Yes.
and Robin.
Aye.
Thank you.
Very good. Mayor's issues. Josh, got anything come before the board?
I do not. We heard from Rick and Donna, and everybody down here continues to do our piece, and we're working towards having everybody back in the office going forward, starting probably next week after Memorial Day. So Donna's been working on making sure everybody has their space to do that, and that's about it.
Very good. Thanks, Josh. Well, if that's all the business coming before the board tonight,
Chuck,
yes.
I'm still, looks like I'd probably be working remotely. I won't be going to the office until probably mid-June. So that means I'm still hanging out at the water plant construction trailer. So if anybody wants a tour sometime to see the new facilities and new construction going on, just give me a call and I'll be happy to show you around.
Very good. Thanks for that, Darren.
Thank you.
Anything else? Everybody stay safe.
All right,
Have a good evening.
Okay.
Very good. Thank you all.
Hey, everybody.
Thank you.
See you. See you guys.
See ya.